The air hung thick and heavy, suffocating. It was as if the very atmosphere conspired to crush any semblance of hope. It was a miasma of sulphur and ash, a testament to the eternal furnace that was hell. The sky itself seemed to weep ash, a constant reminder of the unending torment below. Rivers of fire snaked through the scorched landscape, their molten glow reflecting off the jagged obsidian mountains that clawed at the blood-red sky. The ground trembled with the weight of eternal suffering. It was a scene of eternal torment, an orchestra of screams and lamentations that echoed through the abyss. The cries of the damned were a symphony of despair. But something was different. A new kind of chaos was brewing in this land of eternal suffering. The usual order of torment was being disrupted. The oppressive air vibrated with a fresh terror, a disquiet that went beyond the usual symphony of pain. It was a palpable tension, a prelude to something unprecedented. The denizens of hell, creatures forged from nightmares and fueled by despair, stirred uneasily. Their instincts screamed of an impending upheaval. They sensed it too. A rebellion was brewing. The very fabric of hell seemed to shiver with the anticipation of change. In the shadowed corners of this infernal realm, whispers turned into murmurs and murmurs into open defiance. The seeds of rebellion were taking root. A new order was rising from the ashes, a force that dared to challenge the absolute rule of the one they called the Morning Star, the fallen angel, the king of hell, Lucifer. The stage was set for an epic confrontation. Lucifer's reign had been absolute. His word law in this land of the damned, a realm where darkness reigned supreme. He had ruled for eons, his iron fist crushing any dissent before it could take root, ensuring his dominion remained unchallenged. His name was whispered with a mix of fear and reverence, a testament to his dreadful power and the terror he inspired. But time breeds discontent even in hell, where the fires of rebellion can smoulder unseen. The endless torment, the lack of any hope, it festered in the hearts of the demons, turning their suffering into a simmering rage. Azazel, a demon of cunning and ambition, saw this growing unrest as an opportunity. He had once served Lucifer with unwavering loyalty, but had grown disillusioned with the stagnant rule. He saw Lucifer's rule as stagnant, his grand vision for hell reduced to an endless cycle of torment and despair. He believed that hell could be more than just a pit of suffering. It could be a realm of potential and power. It could be a force to be reckoned with, a kingdom of power and influence that could rival even heaven itself, a place of dark majesty. The seed of rebellion was sown, watered by the resentment and ambition that festered in the hearts of Azazel and his followers, growing stronger each day. The time for whispered plots was over. The era of silent discontent had ended. Open defiance was on the horizon, a storm of rebellion ready to break the chains of Lucifer's iron rule. Azazel was no fool. He knew that to challenge Lucifer he needed allies not just in number but in power. He carefully cultivated relationships with other powerful demons, each with their own reasons to despise Lucifer's rule. There was Belial, the Lord of Lies, his silver tongue capable of swaying even the most steadfast heart. He promised his followers influence and power, whispering that under his guidance hell would become a force that even heaven would fear. And then there was Lilith, the mother of monsters, her beauty a mask for her cold ambition. She had been the first wife of Adam, cast out of paradise for her rebellious spirit. Now she yearned to claim her own dominion, to see the realms of men and angels crumble before her. Together they formed a triumvirate of power, a dark reflection of the celestial trinity they so despised. They rallied the disaffected, the ambitious, and the desperate to their cause, promising them power and freedom from Lucifer's tyranny. The rebellion simmered beneath the surface for years, a hidden current of discontent in the fiery rivers of hell. Azazel and his lieutenants played a dangerous game, sowing the seeds of doubt and rebellion while maintaining a facade of loyalty to Lucifer. But whispers turned to screams, shadows into blades. A series of increasingly bold acts of defiance began to plague Lucifer's rule. Supplies went missing, orders were ignored. Demons loyal to Azazel openly challenged the authority of Lucifer's loyalists, leading to skirmishes that erupted throughout the infernal realm. Then came the final straw. One of Lucifer's favoured lieutenants, a powerful demon named Abaddon, was found murdered in his own palace. The symbol of Azazel's rebellion, a serpent coiled around a burning sword, was carved into the floor, a clear message for all to see. This was no longer mere defiance, it was war. Section 5. The throne runs red. The rebellion erupted with the fury of a volcano. Azazel, flanked by Belial and Lilith, led his legion of demons against Lucifer's forces. The blood of both sides mingled freely with the fire and ash, as the very foundations of hell trembled under the onslaught. The heart of the rebellion was a desperate struggle for the ultimate prize. Lucifer's throne, a monument of obsidian and bone that sat at the heart of his palace, Pandemonium. Demons clashed with unholy fury, their roars of defiance echoing throughout the inferno. Azazel fought his way to the forefront, his eyes burning with righteous anger. He cut through Lucifer's guard with cold efficiency, his every strike fueled by centuries of resentment. His goal was not just to overthrow Lucifer, but to dismantle the system that had kept them all enslaved for millennia. Section 6. The devil takes his stage. The din of battle reached a fever pitch as Lucifer, his patience finally exhausted, emerged from his palace. His eyes, burning like twin suns, blazed with an unholy light, and his voice, when he spoke, was like the grinding of tectonic plates. "You dare!" His voice echoed across the battlefield, silencing even the most frenzied cries of battle. With a wave of his hand, he unleashed a wave of raw power, scattering Azazel's forces like leaves before a hurricane. The ground cracked and buckled under his feet. Rivers of fire diverted their course to encircle him, their flames dancing to his will. He was Lucifer, the morning star, the fallen angel, and he would not be defied, not by his creations, not by anyone, not by... Section 7. The dance of daggers and broken pacts. The tide of battle seemed decided. Lucifer's power was overwhelming, his wrath unstoppable. But in the chaos of the rebellion, alliances shifted as quickly as the sands of time. Belial, ever the opportunist, saw a chance to seize power for himself. In the midst of the battle, he turned on Azazel, his silver tongue now dripping with venom as he accused Azazel of leading them to their doom. The rebellion, already faltering under Lucifer's might, was thrown into further disarray. Lilith, her ambition outweighing her loyalty, saw an opportunity in the chaos. She unleashed her own monstrous creations, creatures of pure shadow and rage, into the fray. They attacked both sides indiscriminately, adding to the carnage and confusion. Section 8. A throne rebuilt on ashes. The rebellion, once a roaring inferno of defiance, was slowly extinguished, its flames snuffed out by the relentless might of Lucifer. Lucifer, his power absolute and unchallenged, crushed his enemies beneath his heel, showing no mercy. Azazel, betrayed by his closest allies, fought with the fury of a cornered animal, but even his immense strength was no match for the overwhelming might of the devil. With a final agonizing blast of power, Lucifer struck Azazel down, leaving him broken and defeated at the foot of his throne, a symbol of ultimate dominance. The rebellion was over, leaving hell in ruins, a testament to the folly of those who dared to challenge the devil himself. The once vibrant underworld now lay in desolation. Lucifer, his power reaffirmed and his enemies vanquished, sat upon his throne of obsidian and bone, surveying the wreckage with a cold, calculating gaze. The rebellion had been crushed, but the scars it left ran deep, etched into the very fabric of hell itself. The whispers of discontent did not die. They merely retreated to the shadows, waiting for the next opportunity to ignite the fires of rebellion once more. The seeds of dissent were merely dormant. The balance of power in hell had shifted, and even in victory, Lucifer knew that he could never truly be secure. The throne was his, but the cost was high, for even in hell the hunger for power never truly dies. It simmers beneath the surface, an eternal struggle for dominance and control.